we expecting Commissioner Buck?
Yes, as far as we know, he is coming.
Okay, should we give him a minute? Okay.
Commissioner Buck just sent me a message saying he'll be here in a minute.
Okay, great. Do we know now if we're expecting any business from the audience?
There is one person who is in the public, so we'll have to find out if that person is just here to listen or online or wants to speak.
Okay. Well, are we ready? I'm gonna take that silence as a yes, we're ready. So,
Yes.
I hereby open the regular meeting of the Springfield Planning Commission. Can we have a roll call, please?
Chair Rhodes Dye,
Present.
Vice Chair Buck,
Present.
Commissioner Salazar gave his excuses to not be here tonight. Commissioner Thompson.
Here.
Commissioner Schmunk,
Here.
Commissioner Stout,
Here.
and Commissioner Weber.
Here.
Okay, do we have any adjustments to the agenda? Hearing none, I'm gonna move to the Pledge of Allegiance. Since I am supposed to lead that, I think mostly we say, if you're online, please stay on mute, but I will not be on mute, if that makes sense to you. Do we have a flag we put up on the screen or something for this? No. Okay,
I'm
well,
going to change the camera view to the flag, okay?
okay, great. Little more. I'm not seeing it yet. Here we go. Okay. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. So I'm going to move to the approval of the minutes from May the 7th. Are there any corrections to the minutes as published in the packet? Hearing no corrections, the minutes from May 7th are approved. And now we'll move to business from the audience, and since we think there may be business from the audience, I'll read this. We will now take business from the audience. This is the time in our agenda for the public to provide testimony on any topic relevant to the Planning Commission, not otherwise on our agenda tonight. Later in the meeting, we will deliberate regarding the major variance for a marijuana retailer at 1853 2nd Street. The public hearing for that application was closed on May 7th, and we are not taking additional testimony related to that application. I would like to ask members of the audience who are joining us by phone or online to please keep yourselves on mute until you have been called to provide public testimony. If you would like to speak, please use the raise hand feature on Zoom or press 9 if joining by phone. If you are here in person, please fill out a request to speak card and present it to the Planning Commission assistant. When called upon to speak, please state your name and mailing address. Please keep your comments to 3 minutes.
Commissioner Rodsky, I see no raised hands online and nobody in the council chambers has requested to speak.
Okay, great. Hearing no or seeing no business from the audience, I'm gonna move to our agenda item, the major variance for proposed marijuana retailer at 1853 Second Street. So do we have an explanation of our quasi judicial hearing process? Christina?
Yes, yes. Can you hear me?
Yep.
So for this process, the hearing was already closed, so the normal disclaimers that apply to the hearing don't apply. However, the rules around ex parte contacts, conflicts of interest, and bias still apply. So if the members of the Planning Commission have any undisclosed ex parte contacts, such as communications with any of the parties, which would include the applicant, property owner, persons who testified at the prior hearing, or other persons with an interest in the matter, or any potential or actual conflicts of interest or actual bias in this matter, then you should disclose it on the record, and we may need to make some procedural changes. If there are no ex parte contacts or conflicts of interest or actual bias, then you can proceed with your deliberations.
Okay, so I think we'll do go down our roll here, and I will start by saying I have not had any ex parte contacts. I have no actual bias, and I will, I think, restate from our last meeting that my potential conflicts of interest are as a realtor doing business in this community and a property owner in the city of Springfield. Commissioner Schmunk?
Sorry, no conflicts, no ex parte contact.
Okay. Commissioner Thompson?
No ex parte contacts, actual bias, or conflicts of interest. Thank you.
Commissioner Weber?
No conflicts or ex parte, nothing.
Okay. Commissioner Stout?
No actual bias, no ex parte contact, and no potential conflicts of interest.
Thank you. And Commissioner Buck?
No ex parte contact, no actual bias, and the only potential conflicts could be I an insurance agent doing business in the area.
Thank you. So, hearing no conflicts or contacts, I'm gonna move on. From our last meeting, there is a motion pending to approve the major variance as presented at the May 7th, 2024 public hearing. I note that the staff report and findings have been updated to reflect the public hearing testimony. Is there any objection to moving forward with discussing the motion based on the revised staff report and findings? Hearing no objections, I'm going to move us to discussion of the motion. Could we maybe at this point restate? Does somebody have written down the motion from last time?
The motion last time was to adopt the, approve the major variance.
Okay.
As proposed, is the wording.
Right. Just wanted to make sure we knew exactly what we were talking about.
The
Does anybody
language,
have-
sorry, the language in the script, the chair's script has that, is that exact wording.
You're right, Christina. Sorry. So discussion. Does anybody have any discussion to add? I
Just the only comment that I'll make is I appreciate the record reflecting Springfield Public Schools weighing in with no concerns about this.
absolutely same. Commissioner Weber?
I missed the May 7th meeting. However, I did watch the entire commission meeting online. So I just want to get that. I do believe I'm up to date. I listened to all the comments and what the applicant proposed and all of that. So I want to get that on the record. Thank you.
Great, thank you for doing that. Any other comments? Hearing no more discussion, I will call for the vote. Can we have a roll call, please? Can't hear you, Sandy.
Yeah. Chair Rhodes Dye,
Aye.
Vice Chair Buck,
Aye.
Commissioner Thompson,
Aye.
Commissioner Schmunk,
Aye.
Commissioner Stout,
Nay.
and Commissioner Weber.
Aye.
So, motion carries. I think that's 5 in favor and 1 opposed.
Correct.
So we will now hear business from the Planning Commission. Are there any reports of council actions?
I have a report, Chair.
Great.
So I have a report for city council actions from the May 6, 2024 council meeting. Mayor Van Gordon proclaimed May Bike Month as well as Building Safety Month, and most applicable to the Planning Commission business. The council voted to adopt Municipal Code 3.550 to 3.558 that enacts a property tax exemption for multiple unit housing to increase housing diversity and encourage future multi-unit housing developments. Thank you.
Any other reports on council action? Any other business from the Planning Commission? About business from the Development and Public Works Department.
Good evening. My name is Sandy Belson. I'm the Comprehensive Planning Manager. And for those of you online, we'd just like you to know that we do have a couple of people in the council chambers in addition to the staff and Commissioner Thompson. They are students from the University of Oregon who are required to attend a public meeting and so sought out our Planning Commission meeting this evening to report on for their class. Of course, me saying this also gives documentation that they were here. We have a regular, the next meeting we have is June 4th. We will have a work session starting at 6 o'clock. We will have it in the council chambers rather than in the Jesse Main room to give our planners more experience in this new room. So we will convene here in the council chambers at 6 for the work session, followed by a short regular session. And we would like to get a photo. So instead of doing it tonight, as Sarah's email conveyed to you all, if you could come in person and we're all here, we could maybe get a photo of this group. And that's all I have to share. Thank you.
Thanks, Andy. I think that does it for tonight, so I will adjourn the Planning Commission regular meeting. Nice work, folks. It's 7:14.